quorum present. We have trustee Hess, trustee Zerflu, President Mansell, and a couple of chiefs. Is there anyone online?
No, sir.
I see nothing. Could I have a motion to approve the consent agenda and the meeting minutes for today and the minutes of March 26th?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Hess. Well, I'll second if no one else is. Any discussion on anything on the agenda or the minutes as submitted? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Chairperson comments. Well, I haven't had time to prepare anything, so I won't. We'll keep this nice and efficient here. Any public comment? A member of the public today? All right. Seeing none. Fire department update. Chief, you're up.
All right, I think you all should have my monthly report in front of you. All their monthly meeting. We were gonna do the wildland burn today, but I don't think we're going to. I think we're gonna switch to EBOC tonight. Just due to all the rain we've been getting lately. So that's not gonna happen, but, we realigned apparatus, like I said, in the board meeting. Trying to get a grant through Quick Trip. We added 2 more members to the department. The Gary Sinise Foundation, the Fire Subs. We did receive FAP funds through the state to the tune of $19,307.28. Assistant Chief Luke, you received all of the DNR equipment through the DNR grant. We actually took delivery of it. I'm still working on the outlay. And we have 1 application that still needs to go through PFC. And I'm working on a community CPR class that'll be open to the public, and I'll hold it at the station. Just as a community outreach thing.
Are you charging card fee for that?
There'll be a little bit of a fee with it, so they'll have to pay for card fee and.
But no cost for the class itself, just for card fee.
Yep.
Okay.
Attended public safety. We hosted the Hop for HOSA event at the station. That seemed to go over extremely well. I mean, I think they ran out of food in the first hour. Captain Mansell held an EMS meeting at the station. And just as a side note, we're roughly 10 to 15 calls ahead of last year at this time. As far as the call volume goes, you can see this month has been a busy EMS month. Total of 31 calls, 24 of them just EMS alone. That brings our total to 82 for the year so far. And then our apparatus on the back. The biggest issue is engine 3, but it's also our reserve engine. So right now it's just out of service due to an air leak. But it's also, like I said, our reserve engine. So not a big deal. Any questions?
I do. The 2 grants submitted, the Gary Cincy Foundation and the Firehouse Subs, what are those gonna be applied for?
Out here.
Turn all, both of them?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
About 10 sets apiece. Or for each grant, I should say.
And how much are they?
They should both be around 38,000.
Each?
Yes.
And how much is one turnout gear?
About 4.
Okay,
That's about $4,000 a piece.
thank you.
Chairman, Scott Stewart is online. He doesn't have anything to say, but he is online to see your.
Okay.
Thank you.
I do have one more question. But me?
Go ahead.
You added 2 more members to the department. What does that bring you to?
21.
Fire?
And that
Comes total? Okay,
Yeah, that's just total.
thank you.
Any other questions for Chief Lees? Hearing none, Chief Abbott, you're up.
They passed out the packet. I was out of state prior to last night, so I put this together for you today. In the statement, just that April 4th, Chief Drew started his retirement. I have enjoyed under his leadership and under his wings, enjoyed getting to learn how the board works, as I wasn't really in the process prior to being hired. It's been Exciting to do that and to continue to learn with the board and to lead the department as a whole. Mason Check will start his employment on Monday, this next Monday, as the new full-time patrolman. He's got great qualities for a small town community oriented police officer, and I'm excited to see what he can do here with us. So he is here after the meeting. We can go over to the PD for anybody that wants to meet him. That way you guys can keep on task with timeline for meetings. He worked at Stevens Point at their PD the last 2 years. If there's familiar faces, it's because he did his internship here with us for a year. So nothing new with the squads, the 3 squads. The truck right now is in storage until Mason gets off of FTO. And then he'll use that squad when he's working. A little bit of maintenance on the 2018. I just had the spark plugs replaced and the transmission fluid changed just as preventative maintenance, as that squad's still in exceptional shape considering it's 2018. So, the citations from last month are up from the months prior. We are currently, working with one tenant on a property that's been a nuisance. And that will hopefully be taken care of here in the next week or two with an eviction process. And then the calls of service on the back end as well. I will have a meeting coming up in the next week or two with ERCO. And if everything goes well, they're going to be purchasing some equipment for us at the police department. If that goes well, I'll make sure I get it on the committee meeting or the agenda for the next meeting to talk about that and hopefully have good news for that. Other than that, police departments continue to move along and in the right direction. Any questions?
I have none. Thank you and welcome. Appreciate it. Any old business? Seeing none, hearing none, new business? Seeing none, hearing none. Anyone received any correspondence? I have not.
No.
Nothing?
And Chief Abbott hit it on, we've had a few calls about the residents out on, Seneca Road, and we're working together, Chief Abbott, and myself, and with the county to, take care of that property. So, like I said, that's the only, communication we've had. And again, it's, like you said, it's kind of out of the village's hand right now. It's in the county. We're doing our responsibility for ordinances and making sure we keep it, cleaned up. We did, work with Brand. We did issue an ordinance violation out there. And we'll make sure we work with the homeowners to make sure we get that place cleaned up as soon as we can when it's legally evictions done and things like that. So.
Yeah, thanks for the updates. Agenda items for next meeting. Or are we staying relatively status quo? I have no issues with that. Next meeting date, trustee Zerflu, does 4:30 work for you? I know you said you had some issues with.
You don't wanna hear, Mr. Chairman, I was gonna tell you,
Uh-oh.
4 o'clock will start working again.
Well, you're gonna have to fight it out with Mr. Hummel back there
No,
because.
no fighting out. No.
I will prefer to keep it at 4:30. Unless Eric, you want to discuss it at some other point, but let's go for next month at 4:30. With public safety, and if we decide to move it, we can move it at some other point. So,
What
we'll
date?
be, May 21st. Correct, 5/21/25 at 4:30 PM.
I'll have to get a hold of you. I do have something booked for the 21st, cause I thought maybe we'd be keeping it on the 4th Thursday.
We
or
had that.
4th Wednesday.
We had that discussion and for whatever reason, we can separate them. I mean, there's no reason for that. I thought we were
I'll
continuing.
try and
meeting-
make 21st.
I thought we were meeting on the 4th Wednesday, but apparently it was 3rd Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay,
That was my understanding.
It's,
okay.
the first is on a Thursday, so it's.
It makes it a little weird, yeah, so. 21st agreeable and we will try to make it work. Okay, we will go 5/21/25 at 4:30 PM. Any other business? Seeing none, hearing none, I will call this meeting adjourned at 4:42. Thank you much.